What is going on YouTube? 0088 here, and today we are reacting to Goku versus Superman. Shouldn't this be Goku versus Superman 3? I saw the first one that was like CGI sort of thing. The second one, I can't remember the second one, you know? Like, Goku's been powering up these last few years. I haven't been following all of Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball, the manga, and Dragon Ball, what was it, there's another Dragon Ball little series, the movies as well, where Goku turns blue and then he does fusion with Vegeta and fights Broly, this new version of Broly. Goku's powerful as hell now with his Ultra Instinct and all that shit. So can he finally stand up to Superman? I never even, until the first death battle, I never even knew Superman was as strong as he is. Like all this Superman 1 million and all this kind of shit that he can do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Can Goku finally defeat Superman, or is he going to lose again? Let's see.
Sponsored by BetterHelp. Fight! Son Goku, Superman. It's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play.
We're examining Superman.
I don't even normally watch Death Battle that much anymore, react to it anymore. But this is a big one. It's a big fight night. That's it, Dragon Ball Heroes. That's what I was trying to remember.
And skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was
we know his backstory. Get us to the power level stuff, man.
But trained.
There we go. 40 years old now.
Which he would find
I guess he is.
Calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically, he learned the
not a bad dad, you guys are just mean.
Discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very literally.
It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have
Zenkai
abused this
boost.
trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up stronger than before.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha.
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point
Bro,
for a devastating
we
beam.
know all
So
this, man, by
challenging,
now.
it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like
Kamehameha is like the least of everyone's worries right
With
now.
over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow
Forget he
shit up.
done that.
Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landmine, and God
He could probably
Bug
shoot out of his
require a
ass if he
lot
really
more
wanted to,
strategy
right?
and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mafia.
Dragon Ball
ceiling.
Super manga
Then
states
there's
in the food
Kaioken, aka
is more difficult to
instant
cast stronger
steroids.
targets.
Goku's
and fails
multiplied
to
his
cast
power
stuff.
by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or
Yeah, because they're
Spirit Bomb,
using
is
every
potentially the
version
strongest
of these
attack,
characters.
but it
That's why
requires
Superman's so
considerable
strong.
time,
Otherwise, he'd
unlike
never be that
instant
strong.
transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands
heck?
still. Yes, according to the Daisenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed.
What is
Silly
that?
English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, they changed his dialogue, didn't they? Originally, he was meant to be like saying some aggressive shit, but he was saying, "I'm the light in the darkness" in the English version.
Epic. It's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God.
There we go. This is the stuff we want to hear.
Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku could destroy that much the
Observable.
first
Okay.
time he went God. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better.
With dimensions
even in
showing
phase 4.
swirling
Now,
lights.
imagine how
And
much
it's comparable to
stronger
Cell
he became
Max,
when he
whose
stacked
attacks-
Super
oh.
Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan full power, Super Saiyan Spirit Bomb, Super Saiyan. That's a different form. Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. What? Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Perfected Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct Sign, Perfected Ultra Instinct, True Ultra Instinct Giant Form.
Super
What
Saiyan
the
God,
heck?
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki. breaking
He's
through his
just
time stuff by
stacking his
forcing himself
levels
into the
up like
future,
crazy.
holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating
That's
in his
mad.
greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku isn't a normal transformation, it's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
Something Goku has always been
Doing
trained to
without
do.
thinking. That's some
Technically,
Bruce
he
Lee
can use
philosophy
any
there.
form, But when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That
Damn,
sounds
he's got some
really
Susanoo
intense.
shit.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka
Huh?
Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different
He's gotta
continuity,
beat Superman
CC
now,
Goku
right?
is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that
That's
goofy
so
monkey
confusing.
boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how much he's had to face.
But
He's
no
the only
matter
person
the
that can stand up to
challenge, he takes it
Superman.
head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
Alright, Superman, what we got? Anything new?
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget them. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout.
Kryptonians
Definitely
are
not
too
Jesus.
strong,
Wait,
man. It's
weren't the guys who
crazy.
made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him.
Lois Lane, Lana Lang, Lala Lel, Lisa Lascelles, Lisa Landis, Laurie Lamas, Luma. Why all these love interests got L's? They all got
The
L's.
first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the
That's
edge of
crazy.
the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can sneeze
they gotta
away
say
a
that
solar
shit to make it
system,
make
or
sense.
blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls, he can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet,
What?
he can't see through lead. That's okay, though. He can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or
What?
when he gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota.
really is the
from orbit.
Superman.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman
Okay,
can resist
jumping
being
through
erased
different
from
universes
existence,
now.
such as tanking Darkseid's Omega beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman, and DC Comics as a whole, have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew.
The
I
heck?
guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while
What?
Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them
Golden
even
Age and
further.
Pre-Crisis,
In
he
fact,
traveled
upon
to the
visiting
past,
a
future,
white
and
star,
dimensions.
he attained a
The
whole
Hydra
new
isn't
level
real.
of power.
When
Heck?
that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy,
Can travel through
Superman
time.
just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years.
It's adding new shit.
A more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Soups helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So...
Doomsday virus.
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic.
Gold.
But it's
From
more accurate
uses
to say he
powers.
doesn't have any
Oh,
special
different color gold
resistances to it.
kryptonite.
He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts
I
absolutely.
didn't know you could get gold
He's
kryptonite or
the goodest
whatever.
good guy of them all. But there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger.
This is why they don't want to make a game of Superman.
in all of creation.
Who was in the 6th dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home? Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Jesus.
Truth and justice
Hundreds
has no
of planets.
better champion than the Man of Steel.
It's ridiculous. How the fuck they even... It got to the... I didn't know it was that crazy. Let's see this fight, man. Let's go. Death Battle. Goku Superman 3. They're going straight into it, man. Oh, the animations is on point, man.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
Good voice acting. Who is that? Not Massacre X, is it? No more.
You're holding back. Give it your all. No regrets.
I'm doing just fine.
Superman just messing around. Yeah, I watched it already, man. Oh, here we go. Super Saiyan Blue. Ooh, 1-inch punch.
Oops.
Superman just destroyed a planet.
Back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
The heck?
Looks like a job for...
He's punching him through different dimensions, different versions of him. He's feeling it. Ridiculous. Is it Ultra Instinct time?
What do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Is he gonna beat Superman now? I don't think so. After what they were saying about him, they just said he's just as powerful as they need him to be at this point. The heck?
Finally.
Is he bringing the sun to him? Jeez. Yo. Oh, did they just destroy that? Did he just destroy the Earth he was on? That was the Earth, right? Oh shit, he's got the avatar thing going on. Jeez. What the? Draw game. What's gonna happen?
Huh? Ah, darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was.
Why is they just keep humiliating Goku like this,
I
man?
look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
Superman always beating him, man.
Oh, that's it. The final.
Let's see how pissed the anime fans.
Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There's so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real. Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover,
Except
so
for the
let's
main
address
one.
5 categories most representative of this fight.
Who is this main Superman?
First up,
Like the comic one,
would
right?
hit hard
But
enough
isn't
to
it?
break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own, but
DC Universe is layered with numerous spatial and fractal dimensions. When comparing arguments that Dragon Ball and DC Universes could be infinite in scope, DC is much more
based on the
layered and
DC Universe's
complex.
officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger, over a novemdecillion times more than Goku.
At some point, we reach a
Novemdecillion?
number
What?
high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster
So
than
Superman's
Infinity.
faster than
Makes sense he can
flipping
keep up with
Flash.
Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill.
Tie.
Goku's a martial arts master. He's
Yeah, he
definitely
should
got
at
better
least
battle
gotta be
instincts.
better
He
than
wants to fight and is
Superman
dedicated
in
to
terms
his
of
training,
skill,
while
surely.
Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without power.
Damn.
Goku and battled Norse
That's
demons for
crazy.
8,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant.
1,000
like when he
years?
reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman. But perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked
Crazy.
Mega Beams, which do the same thing as a Kai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission similar ability from heroes. And
They
regarding
can potentially
teleporting into
acquire
a red
his
star,
value
ignoring the
with the
fact that
sword.
Saiyans can't breathe in space,
Yeah,
though
he's
Goku's
going to
certainly
construct the
tough
power
enough to
miracle
stand
machine by
back.
himself,
Instant
which is enough to
transmission
rewrite the
requires
entire
another
DC
person to act as a
cosmology.
beacon. He
What the
can't
hell?
just work
You never hear about all this
star.
stuff.
Even if he
Superman
did,
from the comics
Superman
can't
could
do
simply
anything.
fly away
How'd they
and
even
find a
write
blue
these
or white
stories?
star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You're sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call
It is
into
literally
question.
anime versus
How can
comics,
people agree
Western
with what we take
versus
as
Eastern.
fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping
They're really
characters
trying to
of
make
their
Goku
importance
the
by
Eastern
simplifying them to
Superman, isn't
contestants
it?
in a
I guess he
vacuum of
is.
Violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Well, maybe.
All right,
if
let's
you
see the
math
craziness
as good
in the
as I punched,
comments.
Then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Let's see them in the comics, see how
Hi, I'm
mad they
Ben,
get.
Voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join
let me
button
tear
below. See
up.
what you're missing.
Oh, people actually being wholesome in the comments. I thought people would be going mad. Do you love Superman Goku? Oh, why? Who's next? Did they show who's next? Galactus and Unicron. What? I'm Unicron. I love how in the first Goku vs Superman video, Superman was fighting him until Goku basically left him no choice. Now he's active with me and looking forward to their fights. Damn, it's been long since their first fight. Yeah, their first fight was ages ago in Death Battle. Right, anyway, that's my reaction to Superman versus Goku. Goku v Superman 3. This is the third fight time they fought, right? Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you agree with the Death Battle's conclusion? The main Superman in the comics, is unbeatable. It's just always just going to be too powerful for anybody to beat, unless maybe Dr. Manhattan. They should just do Dr. Manhattan versus Superman at this point. But yeah, anyway, if you like my reaction, give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.